today's Tuesday, man. Means we're gonna talk about world events and things of that nature, man. I think I've got my just checking my microphone, but I think we've got a lot going on right now in the world. Give me a second. Let me fix the microphone. So today is really more about offense versus defense. I think a lot of countries now, right now, with the world, the way the world is going, we've got a hot mess going on in the world right now. And I think the way you survive, or if you want to call it survival, is how you fit in. I mean, like right now, you've got Iran versus Israel. Well, with America's help, I mean, it's. I don't know if you can even people can even get along with how they're behaving towards each other. You know what I mean? That's why I call the episode offense versus defense, because there's gotten to a point where you have to choose sides, and some countries are choosing offensive. It's almost as if people want to return to the glory of colonialism, and that's what the Europeans are actually trying to do. With the nerve of the EU today talking about Abdulman Tchani of Niger needs to step down and let the former president, who was a crook, go back to being a crook again. No, we're not having that. That's the whole point of the Sahel states. If you're talking about offense versus defense, that's what I mean by offense versus defense, and I'm going to get into detail of that. You know, I think one of the problems with what we have in this world now is people just want to tell other people how to live, right? So, and if you're offensive, you're going around trying to bully people like America, like Israel. And if you're defensive, you're a country, excuse me, y'all, give me a second. And if you're a defensive country, you're kind of like, well, you're not coming around to push me around. You know what I mean? And that's what you're seeing now with a lot of countries making alliances. You have to actually literally make alliances towards other countries. And that's like offense versus defense to me. Because one of the biggest problems I think we're having right now as a world is people are starting to realize who the bullies are. And if you notice that America, a lot of its fights is picking with smaller countries. I don't think U.S. was counting on what Iran's able to do in terms of capacity. So, you know, offensively, when we talk about offense, and that's why I'm calling it offense versus defense. If you're a country who maybe you have resources, but you don't have tools, well, now you have resources to buy those tools, right? And to protect yourself. What's the biggest thing people are always bragging about? Well, that's a good one right there. Immediate safety, economy, and healthcare. Well, that's interesting. But one of the things, that's a good one. But for me, offense and defense is really about how the world is interacting with one another now. We're in a point where the countries that used to be offensive used to be all the European countries. And all the defensive countries were all the countries that were smaller. Well, we want smaller, but not, if you want to call it not as developed. Well, now it's the opposite. Because of age, because of time, because of advance in technology, or ability to get your hands on technology, resource exchange, now your country has become an offensive country. You don't have to take crap from the bullying countries. This is really what I mean by offense versus defense. You've got a country like the U.S., Israel, just going around randomly picking fights. I mean, okay, I remember when this whole thing started in the Middle East with Iran. U.S., you sanctioned the country, you annihilated its leader, and then you got the nerve to be talking about they should surrender. Surrender to you? Are you kidding me? You at least you just push somebody in the corner. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to come out swinging. You got to be kidding me. You don't have no kind of capacity to understand what you just got yourself into. I think the U.S. just got put into another Vietnam War Part 2. This is, I swear to God, there's no accident that Iran is kicking America's ass. You could, like today, they just assassinated one of the leaders again. You think you doing that's going to stop anything? These people are not going to just let you people come up in there. They will get their hands on every type of missile you can think of, ballistic, whatever. Russia's right there. Let me tell you right now, if France or Europe or any of these other countries think that, if they have any idea, give me a second, y'all. If they think that they're gonna get in there and tell these people how to run their country, you got another thing coming. We're not in the 1920s anymore. These aren't the Axis powers anymore. It's no longer about the U.S. The world is now it's now monopolized in terms of, not monopolized, but it's diverse in weaponry. You got China got power, got Russia can get you what you need. It's a question of what you want to do. I'm not interested in playing defense because I don't want to have to count on other countries to come and protect me. As we can see, Nobody protected Venezuela. Nobody protected Maduro from getting snatched up by the U.S., who just basically kidnapped an entire president of an entire country. And they've got the nerve to talk about democracy. How dare you talk about democracy? You don't know anything about democracy. You know what I'm saying? It's a joke. I mean, offensively, you got Israel trying to lie about what they didn't. You killed 180 children. 180 children. That is, man, Iran is not letting this go. The only thing saving Israel is that Iran is, the only thing with Israel is that Iran is that U.S. is allied with them right now. But I'm telling you right now, if France or any of these European countries, with these punk ass countries, join this thing, Russia coming to the party. It's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? I think people are tired of, and this is why I call this episode Offense versus Defense, because a lot of it is bullying. And thank all of y'all for joining me tonight. Welcome to another awesome live stream. It's Tuesday, so which means we're going to get into geopolitics and all the other crazy stuff going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. Look, there we go. All right, much better. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, much better. Sorry about that. That's YouTube for you. You randomly get blocks on YouTube. I don't know. Sometimes YouTube is weird like that. You just randomly get random, like it just freezes and then it just causes a hot mess. So y'all, you know, what you have now is a situation where you have offense versus defense. And back to my thoughts. Sorry about the freezing. I don't even know what to call it. Sorry about the freezing, man. It's wild. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. So offensively, when you've got a country like Israel, Israel's picking fights with other people. What do I think of Israel? I think Israel is a propaganda of a country that's going around murdering people. That's what I think of Israel. Mass murder. It's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad what they're doing. I think they've been able to get away with it because you have the UN, who I think is a disgrace of an organization. I don't even know why we have the United Nations. They're useless and worthless. They only go somewhere whenever they can steal resources, whether that's Africa or that's in Latin America. That's their favorite thing to do. They are criminals. They are straight criminals. Netanyahu needs to go to jail for the rest of his life, rest of his natural life. He does not deserve freedom. That man is a mass murderer. Look, tonight's episode, offensive versus defense, it's not about. I think people need to come to the realization that we have a lot of bullies, bad people in this world. And most of the bad people in this world are from these countries that you love to travel to. France, Italy, America, most of the European countries. And the countries that had to come and find their own way to fight you back are countries like Africa, nations like Africa, China, Russia. I'm not a big fan of China because I don't trust them. They have no honor. I've yet to see them actually come out and do anything. Russia, on the other hand, I'm a fan of Russia because as far as I'm concerned, being an African, they never colonized anybody. So I got no beef with Russia. None at all. None at all. And I hope they blow Ukraine off the world map. I mean, it's just what's happening now. The U.S. has no business telling Russia what to do with Ukraine, with what you're doing in Iran. So you're only going into Iran to go steal more oil. So it's not enough that you've stolen what you've stolen in Venezuela. But Trump is using the U.S. military to go steal more in Iran. Except he has one major problem. The people of Iran actually have weapons. It would seem that the people of Iran, excuse me, y'all. Sorry, y'all. It would seem that people of Iran have been waiting a long time. That's funny. China makes decent shoes and that's about it. And we shouldn't be helping Ukraine at all. Well said. Well said. Because what's his name for Ukraine? I can't even remember his damn name. The president of Ukraine is a crook. Zelensky, he's a piece of shit if I ever met one before. This idiot tried to go to the Oscars on the back of people's money. Give me a second, y'all. Let me make some adjustments to my platform right quick. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. I got an idea. Give me a second. Yeah, and I'm glad my microphone is working good. I see it's working pretty well. So as I'm saying, as I stated before, I think one of the problems we're having is that people are not seeing, I think people are not seeing like the whole, I think what's happening now, Israel, oh, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining the channel. Yes, every day I'm pretty much doing something. You can see my videos. You can see me streaming. You can see me dropping real talk on Tuesdays. I call it Talk Tuesdays, man, where I come in and talk about real life events. And I'm going to bring Africa into this. Why Africa is important for offensive wise. Because Africa is the future, right? And I'm going to get into the details about what Africa needs to do to get its crap together. They're already getting their crap together. We need more leaders like Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Gota, and Abdulrahman Ticheni. We need more sovereignty. So now, look, Israel is now, it's funny, I keep seeing these videos on YouTube where Israel is doing this propaganda crap that they always do, trying to garner sympathy. Nobody feels sympathy for Israel. You are a bully. And the only reason why you can be a bully is because you're getting weapons from the US. Everybody knows Israel has nuclear capabilities. But you know, just because you have nuclear capability don't make a person scared of you. They're not scared of you. Let me tell you this right now. They are not scared of you. Iran don't give a damn. I can tell you this right now. Iran, they are going to avenge the Ayatollah. They will avenge him. I promise you. Netanyahu, you are not safe. They're coming for you. If they don't come for you, they're coming for your family. But they're going to make you pay for them 180 children that you killed, not to mention the killing the supreme leader. I mean, you just killed another leader. They just assassinated another leader in the ranks of the Iran regime. How dare you? Who the hell are you to tell other people who is good and what's bad for them? You have no business talking about what's good and what's bad. Are you kidding me? Israel of all countries with no honor. And we ain't even going to talk. I'm going to get into America later. But this is what offense versus defense. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Netanyahu is screwed. Oh, they coming for him. He's a dead man. He's done. They're going to do him like they did his brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you didn't know. Netanyahu's brother was a military guy. He was somewhat of a crook, I think. And he went into Uganda, invaded, tried to get somebody out, and I know he got killed. I know that much. I'm telling you this like this, and I've been saying this for a long time since this war started. If you think that you actually are going to have Iran lay down, Iran is way more powerful than you actually think. And it's only coincidence because I'm calling this thing offense versus defense. You see, a lot of countries could take a page from Iran. I'm talking about a lot of African countries. I'm talking about Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, Nigeria, Ghana. Hey, look, if you unify, you can kick America's ass. In fact, the fact that you have sovereignty within Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, the alliance societal states, is a beautiful thing. We need more of it. We need African unification. You know what I'm saying? We need you to stop letting European nations need to know their place. It is time to put them in their place, man. You know, you got Europe with a BS meeting this morning that they had. And y'all, look, I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. Give me a second to play what I'm talking about. Y'all are going to be shocked about what you're about to see. Check this out. The nerve of Europe to be having a meeting trying to tell another country what to do daytime. Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? Europe has no business. I mean, no business. None whatsoever. How dare you? How dare you think you can go around telling other people what to do or how to live or where they should be? How dare you? Give me a second, y'all. Hey, I hope y'all can hear me real well on the microphone. So give me a second. Watch this.
President, Commissioner, dear colleagues, tomorrow we'll be voting on an urgency resolution, which I said great hard by.
Man, get the hell out of here. White people talking about what they're telling other people. Like, go kick rocks, man. You got to be kidding me. Thank you so much, man. The microphone is working. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to show y'all this video. This explains exactly what I mean by offense versus defense. It's a hot mess, y'all. It really is a hot mess. It's a train wreck. Give me a second, y'all.
Release of the
All right,
president
are you ready?
Of Niger.
Man, get the hell out of here.
It's the fourth time. Now, since 26th of July 2023, when the coup took place, the military have basically cut him off from the outside world. He doesn't have access to a phone, and there's been 950 days of unjustified detention. Now, he's democratically elected, and he contributed there to jihadist of a democratically elected person is unacceptable. He's imprisoned by a military junta, which is still in power today. We call on the immediate release of President Bazoum and his wife, the restoration of the constitutional order, and the organization of democratic elections elections, there is insecurity and a spiral of violence, and the territory now is open to jihadist attacks on
That's funny as hell.
minorities.
He said the Jews are trying to sabotage the that's hilarious.
We have an urgency resolution on this and need to vote in favor of it.
Hold on. If he's not released, a clear message needs to be sent. Like, what are they going to do? What are they planning to do? And he said that because of Mohamed Bazoum being in detention and the country is being run by military government, the T group are attacking the religious minority, blah, blah, blah. He's trying to cook some religious formality over there. Meanwhile, same thing is happening in Nigeria. They're not paying attention to that one, right? Let's keep forward.
They're just going where they can steal.
Thank you very much, Muriel Laurent.
Merci, Monsieur le... Thank you,
Man, fuck
President.
these French motherfuckers.
Commissioner, dear colleagues. The coup and arrest of President Bazoum showed a turning point in Niger's history. This is one of the poorest countries in the world, and it is now facing growing uncertainty and insecurity.
Oh, really?
Millions have been displaced and depend on humanitarian aid for their survival. In this context, the decision to discourage NGOs and throw out international organizations has dramatic consequences.
When we talk about the NGOs, when this lady is talking about the NGOs being she's out of the country, why is she not mentioning the fact that these NGOs somehow anyhow were working with the T group, and which is the reason why they kicked them out.
You see, y'all see that nonsense right there? You see the hypocrisy of Europe, how much full of shit they are? How dare you tell another country how to run their country? Are you kidding me? With all the thieving that you've stolen, you know what I'm saying? With all the thieving that you've stolen, there are some thieving mother effers, thieving motherfuckers. I don't want to hear shit about Niger. Niger is doing just fine. It was all nonsense. Are you kidding me? You got to be kidding me with your thieving behinds. They are all crooks. France, England, like you care about the people of Niger. If you cared about people of Niger, you wouldn't have let Bazoum be stealing from his own country. That's why they took a coup on his ass. I hope he dies in his house arrest. Fuck that motherfucker. You kidding me? Niger is in better hands today because of Abdulmanti Cheney. I dare France to come at them. The Alliance of Sahel States. Try it. See what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? See what is going to happen. See what is going to happen. See Burkina Faso doesn't light your ass up and Niger doesn't light your ass up, and Mali. It's the Alliance of Sahel States. They're not playing games with you motherfuckers. You got to be kidding me. Europeans, they're such criminals. All they ever do is talk about the nothing they're going to do for other countries with their bullshit democracy. Keep your white man democracy. Nobody wants that trash in the world anymore. You got to be kidding me. Democracy. You're a joke. Don't make me laugh about that, please. Don't make me laugh. Hey, look. Don't listen to this idiot named D, whatever the hell he is. He's a moron. I'm going to go ahead and block this imbecile talking about potty mouth. What the hell? You're a moron. You got so many morons in this world. No wonder why the world is messed up. No wonder why you have idiots like Donald Trump in office. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just unbelievable, the amount of atrocities. That's why I showed you all that video. Europe having a meeting about what is going to be done in Niger. How dare you? Try anything. Oh my God, they are going to light your ass up. It's going to get ugly for you. Niger already declared war on France, sorry caucus. You know, Niger is not the only country to declare war on France. How about Algeria? You know how many countries hate France? With their colonialist behinds. They are the worst of the colonialists. They have no honor, no care. All they do is steal. Till today, France is stealing $500 billion from Africa yearly. How dare you? You owe reparations. Reparations are due. You owe money. You owe money to Haiti. And you think people are going to pay you? You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. Look at this loser. You see how small this guy is, Scott Stone? What a bum. Look at him. You know, he probably got a little dick. So the only thing you can talk about is somebody's teeth. Somebody's teeth. I love my teeth. I'm a better looking man than you any day. I know you've got to be one ugly motherfucker. Scott Stone. What a bitch. You see, it's bitches like this. You ain't gonna say shit now, right? Because I'm punking your bitch ass. What you thought you was gonna run your mouth? It's a simple thing. I just block you. Some of you people are pathetic. Americans, man, you're some weak ass human beings. No wonder why your country is going to shit. You think the world's going to stomach your bullshit for the rest of forever? Hell no. No. Iran is showing us exactly what we want to see. Nobody's taking your crap anymore. You are thieves. I don't care for Israel. I cannot wait to watch Iran blow Israel off the world map. The only thing saving Israel today is the fact that America is joining forces, and even with America in that fight, they're still kicking their ass. Iran people ain't gonna stand down. You know what I'm saying? The American delegation does not claim Scott. That's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? But are you kidding me? It's offense versus defense now. Now it's the time for countries to settle on what it is they're going to do. And it is time, which is going to get me to the part I want to get to next, African countries. It's time for us to go tell America, white countries, to go to fucking hell. Like these idiots having they actually think they can still have meetings and decide what's going to be best for America. Yeah, that's funny. Mamas hate him to call him Scott. But you know, what y'all think? Do y'all actually think, like, you know, what do y'all think is going to be? And look, let me put the question of the day today. You know what? I just thought of the question of the day, the poll of the day. Let me see. I got the question. Is yeah, y'all. Yeah, so y'all, you know, it's funny. Look, that brought me to my question of the day. So the poll question of the day, is Israel a terrorist country and must be brought to justice? What do y'all think? Because I think they've been committing mass atrocities and getting away with it for the longest time. It's ironic that I feel like this is a generational question, right? Because millennials and Gen Zs, we got no love for Israel, none. Now what you see is all these older people, 60 years old, 70 years old, talking about, oh, I love Israel. I think, honestly, y'all, the worst thing that ever happened was not realizing what the Axis powers really were in the 40s. America and Britain were actually the criminals, pretending to talk about democracy and lie to us, and pretending like they're actually making a difference in the world where they're not. It's the atrocities they've been committing worldwide that really shocks me. And me, now that I'm seeing things clearly, it's like, yeah, I don't want to hear this crap. I mean, that's a hard one because being disabled is really tough. My father has disabilities, so I know plenty of people with disabilities. People have to be supported. The one that bothers me, the ones that just sit on their ass not doing shit. But you know, there's not really nothing you can do about it. People abuse the system if it's available to be abused. You know what I'm saying? And I think part of the problem is that we're living in a world where, and it comes back to what I said again, offense versus defense. You have the rich people able to commit atrocities towards people that have no financial stability or security stability versus people that do have. So they do have versus people that actually don't have. And what you're seeing now is people are tired of European crap. That's really what I think is happening to a lot of the world now. People have had enough. No longer can European countries lie, swimming on the. Look, let's go back to this video of this woman talking her mouth. Give me a second, y'all. Let me keep playing this thing. Let me let y'all see the rest of this mess. This is unbelievable what this woman is saying. She got some nerve, man.
Activities are not clear in the country. Their activities are actually helping the T group rather, funding the T group rather. Even in Nigeria, they are doing the same thing. Their chief defense minister came out and said the same thing, which is the reason why they kicked them out. Their activities are not clear. Why is she not mentioning that? Clear.
The junta cannot replace these humanitarian organizations. They need to be a mission. Without an immediate return to the rule of law, there will be no peace and no development. Civil society must be able to act freely to prepare a swift and credible democratic transition. Finally, all political prisoners must be released, including Mohammed Bazoum, because without fundamental freedoms and
shut the fuck up, you white bitch. Get the fuck out of here. You got to be kidding me.
And the world cannot remain silent.
Get the fuck out of here. Unbelievable. Y'all see that nonsense right there? Typical European countries, typical white people. Let's run our mouth and pretend to be talking about the world needs us to be better. No, the world does not fucking need you. The world is no longer going to stomach Eurocentrism. They've had enough of that crap. You got to be kidding me. Oh, Bazoum, you don't give a damn about the people of Niger. Since when did you ever give a damn about the people of Niger?
I mean, the country needs to be taken back to democratic era.
Whatever. The country is democratic.
The country, that is the only way there will be peace. I mean, when last did you hear that there have been attacks in Niger constantly, like as it was under the democratic regime? Under the democratic regime, we have been hearing about a lot of attack in Niger. But when the AES formed their military, their joint military, and they are combating these people, I mean, the threat of jihadists has reduced. The attack in Niger has reduced. We can clearly you can see that the data proves that it has reduced. Under General Tiani, what are they saying that it has become more? I mean, they are cooking something. Let's keep forward. They are not done.
Thank you, President. Almost 3 years ago, the military coup d'etat took place in
Because this is by uranium.
Since which time President Bazoum has been held in detention, and over these 3 years, we've seen catastrophic outcomes. The country is no longer a democracy, the people are suffering, and the jihadist military junta is making, the jihadist military is making progress.
They're such liars. Oh my God, these people are liars.
Present, but which is being constantly accused for the...
Yo, are you kidding me? Are y'all seeing this garbage? Typical of European nations to be such liars. When they want to steal resources, this is what they do. Look at them with their bullshit. Look at them with their bullshit. Unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? They're always trying to figure out how they're going to steal resources. Like you give a damn about the people of Niger. You ain't never given a damn. This is what I mean by offense versus defense. When the Sahel states was formed in Africa, it was the beginning of peace for the people of the Sahel states. How many bombs have you heard about? How many carjackings? How many God knows how many atrocities the jihadists doing their thing. And you know who's sponsoring the jihadists? These European nations. France, Italy, England, with their NGO bullshit. Fuck the NGOs. I'm saying this right now in all of Africa. NGOs need to be thrown the fuck out. If you are work for an NGO organization, throw them the hell out. Ain't no need for no NGO organization. They are unnecessary and unworthy of where they be stationed. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, right? And I'm showing y'all that video because I want y'all to see the atrocities to which Europe and they're full of shit. That guy that we were just watching right now, he's one of my favorite people to watch on terms of YouTube because I don't watch commercial news anymore. I'm done with that BS. I don't watch CNN, Fox News, NBC, any of that trash. I love independent journalists. There's another guy that I watch too. He's another guy that I love too. I mean, let me see if I can find him. He's another guy that I love watching too. He's independent. He's out of England, but he's an Indian man. He tells he's definitely a really good one that I watch too. I've stopped caring about like watching nonsense and listening to these people that are full of crap because all they do, the only thing they know how to do is do dishonorable things. They have no honor. Are you kidding me? All the stuff that they do. Let me see if I can find this. Right now, Israel. Look, they just assassinated a leading person, military, in Iran, right? Unbelievable. Let me see if I can play it for y'all. I'm telling you right now, Trump is in so much trouble, it's not even funny. Let me play y'all this video right here. I need y'all to watch this. Man, get the hell out of here. All right, y'all.
This could the future of
here's another person that I like watching.
Developments, and this could shape the future of the ongoing conflict in Iran. The settler colony has claimed to have killed Iran's National Security Council chief Ali Larijani and the siege militia commander Ghulam Reza Soleimani. Iran has now confirmed the death of both Larijani and Soleimani. A top member of the Trump administration then resigned today in protest against the illegal invasion of Iran. This would be the focus of my video tonight. Plenty to unpack here, and I'm already late for my video tonight, so sorry for that. But that's because it's my daughter Zabrin's birthday. Happy birthday to my little angel. Anyway, so please stay tuned. Israeli terrorists have claimed to have killed Ali Larijani and Soleimani both. The Islamic Republic has confirmed the deaths of Larijani and Soleimani. Larijani's death would be a huge blow to Iran, but it will also result in a dramatic shift in Iran's approach to its national security. I will explain how in a bit. But Larijani kind of saw this coming, and he wasn't overly concerned about risks to his safety. Only a few days ago, he was bravely walking on the streets of Tehran while taking part in the Quds Day rally. It was quite extraordinary to see him and other members of the Iranian leadership to forget about their safety and engage with members of the public. Larijani's decision to walk on the streets of Tehran, even amidst indiscriminate bombings, was so inspiring for average Iranians that the black jacket that he wore that day became one of the most sought after piece of clothing for Iranians. Larijani's social media account has just confirmed that he has returned to his creator. The social media post read, and I quote, "In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, dear and proud people of Iran, to the Muslim nations and the free people of the world, a servant of God has returned to God. Indeed, a servant of Allah has joined his Lord as a martyr." End quote. When you see Larijani's last social media post today, you can understand just how fearless these Iranians are about death. He wrote on Twitter, and I quote, "On the occasion of the funeral ceremony for the valiant martyrs of the Islamic Republic of Iran's Navy, their memory will forever remain in the heart of the Iranian nation, and these martyrdoms will strengthen the foundation of the Islamic Republic's army for years to come within the structure of the armed forces. I beseech the Almighty God for the highest ranks for these dear martyrs." End quote. As I said, it's a massive loss for Iran. Larijani was someone who has seen the Iran-Iraq conflict and responsible for shaping the security apparatus of his country. But his passing can also mean that his successor would be a lot more hawkish in his approach towards the US and the settler colony, because they have seen the reality of their illegal aggression. So if Israeli terrorists thought it was a great idea to assassinate Larijani, then good luck to them. Larijani at least believed in the importance of diplomacy despite being the security chief. Rest assured that his successor won't. So the more American and Israeli terrorists kill the members of the Iranian leadership team, the more they are busy creating a new Iran which may not like to believe in diplomacy at all. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if Iran completely takes a new approach towards its nuclear ambition now, since the country now knows what it's been made to face for no fault of its own. Even members of the Donald Trump administration are now coming out in the open to register their protest against the illegal invasion of Iran. Trump's Homeland Security Chief Tulsi Gabbard had already said that Iran was not pursuing nuclear weapons. Today, America's counterterrorism chief, Joe Kent, resigned from the Trump administration, saying that his conscience doesn't allow him to continue with his country's illegal invasion of Iran. He wrote on Twitter, and I quote, "After much reflection, I have decided to resign from my position as director of the National Counterterrorism Center, effective today. I cannot in good conscience support the ongoing war in Iran. Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation, and it is clear, this is very important, and it is clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. It has been an honor serving under POTUS and Tulsi Gabbard and leading the professionals at NCTC. May God bless America." End quote.
Yeah, you see that? Y'all see that mess right there? Offense versus defense. You see that mess right there? This is why we are in the situation we're in now. You can't in good conscience tell yourself that America's never done the right thing. America has one major disease. It's insatiable appetite to keep on doing the wrong thing. To always think that because you have more missiles. You don't have more missiles. Everybody's got the same amount of missiles you do. You're not telling people what to do anymore. Long gone are those glory days. It makes no let me see. It's funny when you think about all the atrocities that's been committed now. Now what I'm seeing from a lot of people now is people are not really giving Israel any kind of, what do you call this thing? No kind of credit. Their credit is so bad. And America, if people had no respect for America before, they really have no respect. You see what Israel did to that man? They killed one of the leaders of Iran. And the people of Iran are only further belief in themselves. Like the same thing that's going on in Africa right now. People in Europe think if they have a meeting, that's going to make Abdulmanti Cheney stand down. Hell no. Why do you think they formed the Sahel states? They're pretty much telling you, go fuck yourself. You ain't telling people what to do no more. You ain't telling Africans what to do no more. You ain't telling Arabs what to do anymore. You ain't telling Asians what to do anymore. You're not going to turn into colonization. That shit's not happening. You know what I'm saying? It's what we have now. This is the new world order. And these white countries going to have to get used to it. Your days of telling people what to do anymore is over. You think you got warships? They got warships too. And for all of you who are not clear, I want to make this real clear. I don't consider Russia white. They ain't white. That's why the European nations never liked them. And Russia's not trying to be like the rest of them. Russia could care less about them. You don't see them moving on Russia because you know Russia got that smoke for their ass. You know what I'm saying? Russia will tax that ass. Let France try anything. Let England try anything. Russia will break their ass in half, man. You kidding me? I have become more of a fan of, what's his name? Oh my God, I'm going blank right now. The Russian leader. Unbelievable. I just went blank right now. I've become more of a fan of his more than ever. Vladimir Putin. He's one. I think he's proven to be more ally than China. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the Sahel states have gotten all their weaponry, scientists, and all that nature, all from Russia. You know, what I want to see now from Niger is to tell the rest of the European world, go fuck yourself. You're not telling us what to do. I think it's the ordained arrogance of these European countries to think you can go and tell somebody else how to exist in this world. You no longer tell people what to do anymore. Those days are over with. And let me be frank about this. It's only a matter of time before Africans kick whites out of South Africa. That is inevitable. You can either leave or you can get slaughtered. That's what's going to happen. The world is changing now. 2010, Nigeria is going to have the third highest GDP in the world. 2040, Africa is going to have the highest GDP in the world. Yeah, it's hard for you to believe, but that's exactly what's happening right now. And that's what these European powers are trying to fight. They're trying to destabilize. Let's destabilize. Coming in with their bullshit speeches talking about democracy. Fuck democracy. What the fuck is democracy? Are you kidding me? Please explain democracy to me. I want to know what democracy is. You mean a democracy that allows you to steal from other countries, resources, all these things that you steal all the time? No. That's why this episode is called Offense versus Defense. There is no situation that happens where I don't believe that Africa, we have three leaders, and these three men that I particularly like, which is what I was showing you the video earlier, they formed the Sahel states, and that troubles Europe, alliances. And don't be shocked if those three nations become six. They're not afraid of your sanctions. They've been working without your sanctions. They don't give a damn about your sanctions. Bleep your sanctions. They're not going to do what you want. You're not telling them what to do. They are sovereign nations. They know what they want. They know what they need. Let me get back to the other video I was talking about, y'all. Then I'm going to come back to that other one about Africa. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second, y'all. Let me bring it back up again. Yeah, you got to be kidding me. These people are a joke. Unbelievable. The nerve, the sheer nerve. You know what I'm saying? The sheer nerve. The sheer nerve. Unbelievable. The sheer nerve. Okay, give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I'm going to flip it back around again. Unbelievable.
Both the values and the foreign policies that you campaigned, he's addressing Donald Trump, on in 2016, 2020, 2024, which you enacted in your first term until June of 2025, you understood that the wars in the Middle East were a trap that robbed America of the precious lives of our patriots and depleted the wealth and prosperity of our nation. In your first administration, you understood better than any modern president how to decisively apply military power without getting us drawn into never-ending wars. You demonstrated this by killing Qasem Soleimani and by defeating ISIS. Early in this administration, high-ranking Israeli officials and influential members of the American media deployed a misinformation campaign that wholly undermined your America First platform and sowed pro-war sentiments to encourage a war with Iran. This echo chamber was used to deceive you into believing that Iran posed an imminent threat to the United States and that should you strike now, there was a clear path to a swift victory. This was a lie and is the same tactic the Israeli used to draw us into the disastrous Iraq war that cost our nation the lives of thousands of our best men and women. We cannot make this mistake again. As a veteran who deployed to combat 11 times and as a Gold Star husband who lost my beloved wife Shannon in a war manufactured by Israel, I cannot support sending the next generation off to fight and die in a war that serves no benefit to the American people, nor justifies the cost of American lives. I pray that you will reflect upon what we are doing in Iran and who we are doing it for. The time for bold action is now. You can reverse course and chart a new path for our nation, or you can allow us to slip further towards decline and chaos. You hold the cards. End quote. Essentially,
unbelievable.
What Kent is saying is that U.S. government is being run by the Israeli terrorists.
Yes, sir.
That's exactly what I have
Been
saying
saying.
all along.
That's what everybody's been saying.
U.S. is an Israeli colony.
Yes, sir.
And who is responsible? None other than this deranged occupant of
moron.
the White House called Donald Trump.
Imbecile.
In 2024, Joe Kent had told Tucker Carlson that war with Iran would be bloody.
Let me just ask you one last question, because he called it 60 years ago.
You recommend TurboTax?
Are you kidding me? Get the hell off my screen. God, I hate this. This is so stupid. YouTube gets on my nerves, y'all.
The war with Iran would do to the United States. And I don't know that a lot of people in this country fully understand what Iran is as a nation state. It's not Afghanistan. What do you think the immediate and then longer term effects of a war with Iran would be on the United States?
Immediately, it would be very bloody. I have no doubt that we could probably defeat some of their air defense and go in there and have another shock and awe campaign. But again, like we saw how the shock and awe campaign in Iraq really didn't actually work in the long run. So I have no doubt that we'd have some immediate results that people would cheer about here in the United States. But Iran, Persia, has always been an empire. It's been around longer than any of the other players in the modern Middle East right now, and they are not going anywhere. And right now, Iran has a lot of internal problem. They have a lot of internal strife with the Ayatollah and that government that's only been in power since 1979. But again, if we start conducting strikes in Iran, everyone in Iran will rally around their leader and they will become even more revolutionary. And then we will have Iranian proxies throughout the entire region that will be conducting attacks just like we had in Jordan. And really, in the long term, Tucker, the axis that has been built really since Putin invaded Russia and we decided that since Putin invaded Ukraine and we decided we were going to throw this massive sanctions package at them, China has come in as a major player and we are deeply compromised by China. They control a lot of our economy. They control global manufacturing. They're deeply embedded in Wall Street. And they've also made deals with the Iranians. They want access to Iranian petro, not to mention the fact that Biden killed off U.S. energy independence, and now he's going after LNG, and the world's biggest LNG exporters are Iran, Russia, and Qatar. So this axis would become very powerful. If we get deeply involved and deeply entangled with Iran, we are playing right into China's hands, because China would like nothing more than for us to be committing our military industrial base to a war in Eastern Europe, in Ukraine, and then to be committing our conventional military power, our blood and our treasure, back in the Middle East. That will make the Pacific, our actual border, extremely vulnerable to Chinese aggression. Or China will simply just watch us bleed out economically as we bleed out on the battlefield on these couple different theaters. It's absolute insanity. It's opening up Pandora's box. And again, for what gain to the American people?
I mean, I think that's the most reasonable, common sense based, factual assessment I've seen of this from anyone.
Do y'all see that? Y'all see why I don't watch major news outlets anymore? We've been saying this. A lot of us, when we were saying Israel is the one controlling America, y'all didn't want to believe it. This is what's happening now. This is often this says. This useless colony called Israel has pushed the American president's dumbass into starting a war with another country. It is the stupidest thing we've ever seen. How you doing? Welcome to the chat, everybody, man. Thank you for joining me, man. It is insane what is going on right now. Insane. Let me let y'all see the rest of the video, and then I'm going to play the other one. Yeah, oh, today's nuts, y'all. Today's just nuts. Give me a second, y'all.
But how did Trump react? Like a typical loser. He said Kent wasn't worthy of his role.
Mr. President, your director of national counterterrorism, Joe Kent, he just resigned today. He said he can't support your conflict with Iran. What's your reaction to that? And did you?
Well, I read his statement. I always thought he was a nice guy, but I always thought he was weak on security, very weak on security. I didn't know him well, but I thought he seemed like a pretty nice guy. But when I read his statement, I realized that it's a good thing that he's out, because he said that Iran was not a threat. Iran was a threat. Every country realized what a threat Iran was. The question is whether or not they wanted to do something about it. And many people, many of the greatest military scholars are saying for years that President should have taken out Iran because they wanted a nuclear weapon. They were, if we didn't do the attack, or if, I'll go a step further, if I didn't terminate the Iran nuclear deal given to us, one of the worst deals ever made by Barack Hussein Obama. Remember when they sent Boeing 757s over there, loaded with cash?
So why did this deranged occupant of the White House appoint him for this hugely important position? Clearly, his derangement is costing his country and the world, and he continues to remain in a state of denial. More and more Europeans are now deserting him. Today, French President Emmanuel Macron openly contradicted Trump's claims, stating that his country would never take part in opening the Strait of Hormuz.
Nous ne sommes pas partie prenante au conflit. Et donc, jamais la France ne prendra part à des opérations.
We are not party to the conflict, and therefore, France will never take part in operations to open or liberate the Strait of Hormuz in the current context. On the other hand, we are convinced that once the situation has calmed down, and I deliberately use this term broadly, once the situation has calmed down, that is to say, once the main bombing has ceased, we are ready, along with other nations, to assume responsibility for the escort system. But it is all political, technical, and obviously with all the actors of maritime transport, with the insurers and operational work that we must build. We have begun exchanges with India, with several other European partners or partners in the region.
Nous avons commencé les échanges avec l'Inde, avec plusieurs autres partenaires européens ou partenaires de la région.
Then came this. German foreign minister said that his country was pursuing talks with Iran. He said that if the US was unable to open the Strait of Hormuz, then how on earth Trump expected Europeans to do this job?
Und da hat ja der Bundesverteidigungsminister gestern schon darauf hingewiesen, wenn die amerikanischen Streitkräfte nicht in der Lage sind, das militärisch abzusichern, dann werden die europäischen dazu voraussichtlich auch nicht in der Lage sein. Deswegen bleibe ich bei meiner zweiten Auffassung, dass wir am Ende des Tages schon Vereinbarungen benötigen mit den Golfstaaten und unter einer gewissen Einbeziehung auch des Iran, die am Ende
cause chaos across the world by their reckless imperialistic actions, even though it's clear that they simply cannot achieve any of their so-called objectives in Iran. They continue to cause carnage. The more they indulge in such depraved actions, the more they are making Iranians' resolve stronger to retaliate with more ferocity. Trust me, if you thought Iran caused chaos across the Middle East in the last 17 days, wait until you see what the new leadership does now.
Yep, it's going to be
Trump and his war criminal Israeli friends would then be asked if it was all worth it. That's it for me. Thank you very much for your support of this platform and our journalism. If you haven't subscribed to my...
Yeah, so y'all see that? Y'all see that madness? Now, the other part I want y'all to see is the other hypocrisy of Europe. That's why I call the episode offense versus defense. How dare you tell somebody else how to run their country, how to be liberated? How dare you tell somebody else how to function in their country when you caused the chaos? Europe acts like it didn't do colonialism. All of a sudden, we're supposed to smile because you want to come keep your fucking democracy. We don't want your shit. We don't care for your democracy. Your democracy can go to hell. What we want is liberation from your colonialist ways. Just 2 weeks ago, Marco Rubio was talking about them and Europe need to form a unification again so they can bring Europe colonialism back to Africa, back to other parts of the world, Africa, Latin America included. Screw you. You actually think people are gonna kneel before you again? What world are you living in? Now let me bring you the rest of the video. Let y'all see. Y'all give me a second. Let me show y'all this other video. Give me a second, y'all. What an amazing episode. Give me a second, y'all.
Of being responsible for the country's troubles. Apparently it's kidnapping children and arming the jihadists.
Oh my God, this feels so full of shit.
The junta is calling on the people of Niger to prepare for a war against France. These are pathetic lies. The Niamey military who carried out the coup are responsible for their situation. They rejected France. They called in Russia. They are responsible for their failures, which are numerous. Thank you.
Unbelievable.
The military leader, Chiani, who came to rescue the country from this T group, is now responsible for the T group. And the
really? Really?
Like, how?
Are we stupid?
How under the democratic regime, this thing had been going on. How were they, the cause of the problem? They came to solve the problem.
Exactly.
And the problem on them. And she said the people are suffering more. And then after within these 3 years, they have catastrophic outcome. I mean, what are they cooking? What are these people doing? They are lying in the parliament.
Liars.
I mean, let's move forward.
More than 2 years after the coup, Niger's democratically elected president Mohamed Bazoum remains under house arrest without charge, without trial. This is unacceptable. I call for his immediate and unconditional release, not only for him, but for all those arbitrarily detained. Like, for example, human rights defender Moussa Chagari, who is detained solely for reporting critically on the authorities. Because the junta has targeted political opponents, civil society, and the media. This crackdown on dissent reflects a broader pattern across the Sahel. Democratic backsliding, shrinking civic space, and a sharp decline in press freedom. We should worry about this trend and do our best to reverse it. At the same time, Niger faces a severe humanitarian crisis. Insecurity, economy, and climate change have left around 3 million people in need for assistance. There, the EU must continue its efforts to ensure humanitarian aid reaches those who need it the most. Today,
the EU.
Calls for the restoration of
oh, these people are
order
sorry motherfuckers, boy.
The fundamental rights for
oh my God.
Thank you very much.
Are Nigerians aware that for the past 3 years, 3 million of them have been displaced? And, and then
oh my God.
Need humanitarian assistance. Nigerians, are you aware? Let me know in the comment section. All right.
Oh my God.
Mr. President, Niger is a fragile state. Poverty, instability, corruption, Islamist terrorism, these problems have persisted for many years. The military coup has further destabilized the country. President Mohamed Bazoum.
Yo, I can't even watch any more of that trash. Typical Europe garbage. Look, this is another part of the offense-defense episode. You know what's funny about this? Here in European countries talk about what Africa needs. We don't need shit from you. Get the fuck out of Africa. That's what we need from you. Get the fuck out of our continent. We don't want your help. Your help is no longer needed. A white man talking about what they can do for you is a nothing they can do for you. You got to be kidding me. Are you serious? You see the lies? I'm Nigerian. Believe me, Niger is doing fantastic. The last 3 years have been awesome. They are doing well. They do not need shit from Europe. What Europe wants is to keep stealing uranium so you can build your phones, so France can keep stealing money. I'm sorry, you're not getting uranium. You're going to pay for it like everybody else does. Niger, if you get out of pocket Europe, they will put something hot in your ass. They're not fucking around. They're not fucking around. Enough of this European white man garbage. You are not the owners of the world. It is not your world anymore. You don't own it. Hey, peace to everything that can be peace, right? But where there can be peace, foot got to go to ass. You know what I'm saying? This is what I mean by offense versus defense. Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso said, we're going to form an alliance. You are not telling us what to do. You will not tell us how to live. You will not tell us how to construct our country. No, you will not, sir. No, sir, you will not. You know what I'm saying? And look, thank all of y'all for joining me tonight. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And once again, thank you for voting. I see a lot of y'all have voted in the votes tonight. And I see that a lot of y'all are calling what I consider Israel to be what it is. The question of the day was, is Israel a terrorist country and must be brought to justice? All of y'all are saying, fuck yeah. It is what it is. I mean, what lie can Europe keep telling? So the channel I was watching is a guy who I love watching. He's an independent guy. I love the way this guy thinks. I'm tired of this European concept bullshit. It doesn't work anymore. The world will no longer stomach your lies. You know, it's funny. With all those people talk about Ukraine, do you know that Ukraine is sponsoring terrorism in Africa right now? They send weapons to terrorists in Senegal to go keep. They send the weapons to Mauritania, and then those same citizens in Mauritania come and attack Senegal. Same Ukraine, led by these pieces of shit, Zelensky. Man, when I tell you the European Union is full of shit, they are full of shit. This is what I mean by offense versus defense. Africa must take a side. And if I'm going to take a side, I'm taking the side of Iran. I could care less about Israel. I don't know if Nigeria's making the World Cup, man. That's besides this point. Nigeria didn't qualify for the World Cup. I know that much. I could care less as long as there's African countries in there, man. It's no longer about one country now. Now it's more about the all of Africa having representation. Having Senegal win that championship was fantastic, the Afro Cup. You know what I'm saying? But for me, offense versus defense, I need African countries to come up on their new game. Get your nuclear weapons up. Get it up and get it up immediately. 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 Get it up because it's the only way you're going to put European countries in their place. It is time for Africans to be united. One for all and all for one. Europe is so full of shit. They think they can do their usual propaganda. Get in front of a microphone. Say all this stuff about colonialism. Say all this stuff about justice. Say all this stuff about democracy. Say all this stuff about poverty. You can't say that to the people of Niger. The people of Niger love Abdurrahman Ticheni. They don't give a damn what white people think. And I'm being specific. They don't give a fuck what white people think. If you're a white nation, fuck you. France, fuck you. Germany, fuck you. Italy, fuck you. We've seen enough of your colonialism. We do not give a shit anymore. You're not telling Africa what to do anymore. We're going to tell you what to do. And this is what we're telling you what we're saying. Fuck you. We don't want your help no more. Keep your white man bullshit. Don't come steal our resources. Don't come tell us what to do. Don't come with your democracy. Keep your democracy. Y'all have been selling democracy since those punk-ass Greeks. No, we're not trying to hear that shit no more. Keep it to yourself. Africa will take a new chart. Africa will chart a new course. True leadership. With leaders like Abdurrahman Ticheni of Niger, Assimi Goïta of Mali, Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. True African leaders. Pioneers who continue the works of the great people like Thomas Sankara, the great Kwame Nkrumah, the greats, and you know, I'm really on the fence about Nelson Mandela. I'll be frank about that. Welcome to the chat, Democrat 4818. Thank you for joining me. Another awesome segment, another awesome of Talk Tuesday. On Tuesdays, I don't talk about cartoons. I talk about the real in this world, and I got a lot to say about it. So I'm so proud of y'all joining me tonight. I mean, the amount of show up. Wow, a lot of y'all showed up, man. Y'all really showed up. It's a lot of people showing up today, boy. Thank you for voting. 63% of y'all think Israel is full of shit. I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all. Because we know the truth now. Israel can no longer lie anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth of the matter, man. Israel can no longer lie. And let me see if I can bring this thing. Remember that video I was showing y'all? Let me bring it to an end. Let me bring it to an end. Let me finish showing y'all the rest of it. Give me a second, y'all. And please, if you have not already subscribed, please hit the like. Please hit the subscribe button. And once again, thank you for joining me tonight. Give me a second. Let me play the rest of this video so y'all can see it.
Zoom has now been arbitrarily detained for over 2 years. Many states of the region have condemned
this. You're so full of shit.
That this has nothing
oh
to do with
my
us.
God.
After all, Niger is far away. But that is not the case. Under President Bazoum, Niger was an important strategic partner for us in the fight against Islamist terrorism, but
get the
also
fuck
in
out of here.
management.
Niger has been a
strategic partner.
It is about them. The guy just threw it out. Many of them touch the same thing, but he just poured it out. It is because what they were getting under
out of
the former regime, they are no longer
uranium,
getting, which is the reason why they are flaming up.
Yep.
Anyway, let's continue.
This matters because Niger is a key transit country for migration and has a rapidly growing population. The ongoing destabilization of the country threatens us with even more mass migration and expansion of Islamist terrorism. This is neither in our
I don't want to hear this shit anymore.
You know, I need the live button for me. Let's move forward.
Oh my God. 3 years after the military coup in Niger, the democratically elected president Bazoum and his wife remain detained by the military junta.
So to them, it is just about the Bazoum, not about the people. They are trying to use that Bazoum. They are linking everything connected to Bazoum. But there's a bigger agenda with this. Let's move forward.
They want to steal uranium.
Without proper access to lawyers or communication to the outside world. I had the chance to work with President Bazoum when I chaired the high-level advisory group on countering terrorism and violent extremism of IPU, of the International Parliamentarian Union, and he was a strong partner. As a result, now the situation in Niger is deteriorating. President Bazoum was an important partner in our
These guys are so full of shit. Man, they full of shit.
Against organized crime and also against this irregular migration in the Sahel.
Jihadist group.
Man, get the hell out of here.
Fight going on. We know these people are working together to fight this. Under the former regime, I mean, little have they contributed to the fight. These people, little have they contributed to the fight against this T group. Niger is doing much more greater in the fight against this T group under Tiani today.
Hey.
But I don't know. Let me leave you in the comment section. Okay, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I believe they are cooking something, because how they are saying they need to send a clear message, they need to do everything possible to return the country. What are they trying to do? You see, one thing you need to understand is that when these people start building up narrative like this, it is toward a particular goal. It is towards something that they are going to do. So we need to build the narrative to the level where people will buy the narrative, and then we have the masses, eating into the narrative and believing the narrative. Once they are satisfied with the narrative, then we strike, and then we have their support. What are they trying to do? I don't know. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All right, see you in the next episode. Do well and support us. Respect.
Y'all see that? Do y'all see that nonsense? By these European useless thieving leaders. You think because you can do your usual propaganda that African citizens are going to go for that bullshit? Those days are over with. We don't want shit from Europe. Fuck Europe. There's nothing Europe can do for us that we want. Nothing. Don't give us nothing. We don't need shit from you. You're not going to come and steal uranium. You know why all those white people are actually talking? Because they want to keep on stealing uranium in Niger. And the president of Niger is like, you can go fuck yourself. No, it's not happening. You're not getting a damn thing. Your propaganda is not going to work. We don't care what the world thinks. Africans support Abdulman Checheni. Believe me. World War III is right at our doorstep, y'all. It is there. Ready to go. There's nothing that can stop it. It's coming. And it's a for sure. Try that nonsense and see what Africans are going to do. So that's where we are, man. Thank y'all for joining me tonight, man. It's been another awesome Tuesday. Another awesome talking about real stuff that's going on in this world, man. But I want to thank y'all, man. And look, just on the lighter note, because I know I was talking about serious stuff right there. Real serious stuff right there. Let me block this moron that's on some Israel support. Fuck Israel. Just so you heard that. Now I'm going to block you. Damn, whatever the hell you call yourself, fuck Israel. Welcome. You know what I'm saying? You are welcome. Get off my platform. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for hitting the like button, man. Hell no. You got to be kidding me. Y'all, but on the lighter note, man, I got to talk about WonderCon coming up next week. If y'all are fans of Comic-Con and all that kind of stuff, man. But y'all, thank you so much for joining me tonight. We don't realize how jacked up the world is. And I don't think people were paying attention until we started seeing the dumb shit that Donald Trump was doing. I'm neither Republican or Democrat. I could give a fuck less about either party. I'm independent. Hey, Bobby Savage, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Long time no see. As you can see, the channel is growing exponentially, man. You know what I'm saying? We have ridiculous amount of views tonight. A lot of people showed up. A lot of people voted. What's going on now is that we're realizing that Donald Trump is a scandalous piece of you-know-what. And we're not going to allow him to run the country into the ground. The lies by the European nation, the lies by the European Union, the lies that they've kind of propagandized, it's not going to work anymore. I'm sorry. It ain't going to work. So on this Tuesday, Talk Tuesday, which I love to do when I talk about real stuff, it's on. So, it's unfortunate, but it's what we stand. And the atrocities that they have committed to making things lies be the new. It's not going to work anymore. You think you can besmirch it? The people, nobody cares what you think. So what they're trying to do is use this propaganda to get other people from other nations to turn against Niger. But Niger doesn't give a shit. It's called sovereignty. That's the whole point of joining the Sahel states. Yeah, I'm doing very well, man. You know, look at this guy. Frank Fitt, you're a bitch. Look at you. Punk ass little dick bastard. You know he's a little dick bastard. My teeth are just fine. I pull as many women as I can get. You on the other hand can't get shit. You sorry piece of shit. Piece of shit. Frank F1, whatever the fuck you call yourself, you racist piece of shit. Fuck you, you little dick bastard. Now I'm gonna block your ass. You see that? That's how you deal with people like that. You got all these racist, sorry motherfuckers. Hey, thank you, Bobby Savage, man. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you for congratulating me. The channel has grown exponentially since the last time I saw you. I put in a lot of work. I've been working hard on it. I've got a lot of followers now. People love the fact that on Tuesdays, I talk about the real life events. So yeah, y'all, that's what's going down, y'all. It's been a hot mess. A hot mess. I think I found my calling, y'all. What y'all think? You know what I'm saying? Also, too, I've got the microphone. So, hey, Bobby Savage, can you hear me on the microphone? I got a microphone now. That thing working real good. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, it's been a hot Tuesday. You know, it's amazing to see the amount of individuals that are actually in agreement with what I'm saying. And it only tells me to verify that what I've been doing. When you talk the truth, I think what people are tired of is a lie. That's why I call today's episode Offense versus Defense. What they're using is the offense to lie to us. The real defense is us understanding the truth. The offense is a lie. The defense is the truth. Y'all get what I'm saying now? Now y'all follow me what I'm saying, why I called it the episode Offense versus Defense? The offense has been a lie. America, Israel, propaganda, even the ones that I showed you about Europe, trying to go into Niger and continue to steal. You don't care about the citizens of Niger, no. You just want to keep stealing the resources, which is uranium. You know why you want to steal uranium? Thank you, Bobby. You know why you want to steal uranium so you can keep using it for your own ends. But the people of Niger are not gonna go for that. So you know it's not gonna fly. And Africans, especially millennials and Gen Zs, we up on game. We know your European ways, and it ain't gonna work no more. So you can go kick rocks, go to hell, and take that shit with you. The new age of Africans is new. We ain't our fathers or mothers. We're not some ignorance. We are not for your bullshit. You can't propagandize us anymore. We have no love for Europe. Let me be frank about this. Whites in Africa are going to get thrown out. They can either leave on their own or they can get bled out. It's going to be one way or the other, but it's going to go down. I promise you. It's going to be a hot mess. Y'all give me a second. Let me grab something. And thank all of y'all for joining me, man. Thank all of y'all for being part of the chat tonight. Thank y'all for your hit. Thank all of y'all for subscribing. For all those who subscribe, for all those who hit the like button, your presence and your time with me tonight has been well said. Thank you so much, y'all. You know, the channel continues to grow exponentially. Yeah, Canadian companies are full of shit. They some sorry motherfuckers. They are pieces of shit. Canada is a... Oh my God, don't get me started on Canada. That's going to be another episode next week when I talk about that. Next week is going to be another awesome title. Y'all going to love that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. The support you guys continue to show the channel, man. But what I wanted to show you tonight was, because as y'all well know, I'm very much into the arts. I'm very much into the comics. I just want to finish the night on an awesome positive note. If you haven't already joined my channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. You know, the comic book the comic books. So I've got now officially out now the bio book on my website. Cards of Assassins bio book talks about my character profiles, which is to commemorate the honor of the comic book. So this bio book now is available on my website on soundvision.com. So all of y'all feel free to visit my website and check it out, soundvision.com. I'm gonna actually copy a link for the chat in there. And then the second thing I'm gonna show y'all is I'm gonna show y'all what you call this thing? The comic book itself. So for all of y'all who are getting ready, be sure to go join the comic book. Y'all have been amazing tonight. Then the second thing is the actual comic book itself. Y'all ain't gonna believe, man. This is the first ever time in my history of my channel, almost 1,000 views on a live stream. Can you believe that? Ain't that some beautiful stuff right there? Thank y'all so much for joining me. It's amazing. The channel is growing exponentially. Look, check this out before I get up out of here. Back to the comics. So the comic book is out now on soundvision.com. Need y'all to go get a copy. Join the movement. Trust me. You got the comic book. You got the bio book. So go get one or the other. You're going to love one or the other. Believe me. As I get ready for WonderCon next month at the Anaheim Convention Center, be sure to come join us, all of artists. We have art to sell, comic books, t-shirts, tank tops, posters, sneakers, glasses cases, laptop cases, you name it, we got it. So y'all, be sure to join us. So y'all, it's been one hell of a night. Can you believe the amount of nonsense coming out of these politicians' mouths and the nonsense that they want to propagate to us? Do they actually think we're stupid? Y'all, what y'all think? Give me a yes or give me a no. Do y'all think that these politicians that are running this country think we're actually stupid? If they actually think we're stupid, they got nothing coming. We're not going for this nonsense. We're not going to tell you to tell us to keep telling us telling us in the right direction. We're not stupid. You see what I'm saying? We've opened our minds, especially just us generation, the Gen Zs, the millennials. We're not trying to hear this crap anymore. You can't sell us on Israel anymore. Israel is a shit show to us. We have no love for Israel. The propaganda, and I'm sure y'all drive through different parts of Los Angeles or different parts of America, where they're trying to run propaganda, Jews are trying to run propaganda so they can lie to the people. We no longer want to hear your lies anymore. It's over with that. So y'all, thank y'all so much for joining me tonight, man. Look at this. What an amazing night. I just want to get out of here and thank y'all so much for joining me. And look, if you haven't already subscribed, if you haven't already hit the like button, if you haven't already done any of that, please do so. Because every day I'm bringing it. And I'll be back again tomorrow after school to talk about another subject. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, thank y'all so much for joining me tonight, and there's two lines I always say. One, there's no success in skipping steps. The back of the line is just as important front of the line. Be determined, not desperate. And then the second one, your dreams can be delayed but must never be extinguished. So wait your time while the universe delivers you the right hand. Be determined, not desperate. Thank all of y'all for voting tonight on this thing, man. 37 votes. Totally awesome. Yes, 59%. No, 41%. Look, the question of the day was, is Israel a terrorist country and must be brought to justice? And 59% of y'all said, hell yeah. They some sorry busters. They got to go. So thank y'all for voting, man. I appreciate y'all so much, man. It's why I have my independent channel. I don't have to say what they say on CNN. Repeat the same nonsense. Because you have to understand these journalists on CNN and NBC and Fox have no honor. They're just collecting checks. That's all they're doing. Telling you lies and collecting checks. We independent individuals that do these things don't care. All we want is the truth. And I think that's more than what anything people want more than anything else in this world now, more than anything else in this world. The truth. Our president, Donald Trump, is a piece of shit. He's never going to tell the truth. He just had his Secretary Director of Defense quit on him. That's bad. And this is a man that has served on 11 tours. What does that tell you? People know Trump is a sinking ship. He's a dishonorable piece of shit. He's letting Israel run America into the ground. We as Americans will not stand for it. We must stand up to Israel. Israel must be put in its place. And I, for one, I'm all for Iran blowing Israel to fucking hell. So please, Iran, keep dropping bombs on their bitch asses. Fuck Israel. So to my things that I always say, one, there's no success in skipping steps. The back of the line is just as important as the front of the line. Be determined, not desperate. And then the second one, your dreams can be delayed but must never be extinguished. So wait your time while the universe delivers you the right hand. Be determined, not desperate. Y'all, I wish us all safety. I wish us all humility. I wish us all understanding more than anything else, really. So not to let Israel continue its catastrophic, murderous path to destruction of the world. You know what I'm saying? Viva Iran. I pull for Iran all day, every day. Iran, I pray that God give you Iranians the strength to fight through, to defeat Israel, to blow them off the world map. Keep giving them the missiles, man, because I am a proud African who roots for y'all. And you know why I root for y'all? Because when Malcolm X was killed, y'all showed love to Malcolm X. You created a stamp in his honor. America didn't do that shit till 1999. Y'all did that in the early 60s and 80s. That's love right there. So thank y'all so much. Iran, I pray that God give y'all the strength to stand up for yourself, to not be bullied. Because the rest of the world is quietly... No, let me rephrase this. The rest of the world is not quietly chanting for y'all. The rest of the world is loudly pulling for y'all. I want you to understand that. We are pulling for Iran to defeat Israel and blow its bitch ass off the world map. Fuck Israel. To all of y'all, have a good night. Stay safe. Continue to aspire and achieve. Continue to believe in yourself. Peace.